the Miss Universe organization is fast turning to those biblical lepers that no one wanted to deal with. Remember those lepers that they used to... So in the Bible, there are those lepers. They used to wear a bell around their neck so that everyone hears when they're coming and they start running. That's the current Miss Universe organization. Let me tell you what Olivia did. Olivia looked at that committee, said, hell no. If your little consolation prize title, if you're cheating and shenanigans, gave them back their Kalito title, turned, slammed that door, and family walked out. That is what she did. This girl gave a masterclass in being a woman of value. Now, for those who do not know, and those who have not yet had the news, come, let me tell you. Big things have been happening. We are watching in real time, unfortunately, the downfall of the Miss Universe organization, all because they are lacking character and they have chosen to cheat in broad daylight. And not only that, they're also choosing to gaslight us while they're cheating. Now, let me tell you something. Olivia Yacé, Miss Universe Cote d'Ivoire, the only queen that we recognize, just gave a masterclass in self-worth, dignity, respect, and excellence. Oh yes, the little Miss Universe Africa and Oceania title that was bequeathed upon her, she turned around and gave it back. Oh yes, oh yes. And let me tell you, this is the same title. The committee that gave her this title is the other secret committee that Mr. Omar was telling us about. Yes, that is that committee, that one. Now, after this, because she gave back the title, she didn't want it. That was Kamanyiro. But nangemo manyira mujoga. So like after that, Raul Rocha said in an interview that Olivia didn't win because she has a weak passport. Let that sink in. That she didn't win because she has a weak passport. She comes from a small country. She would require a visa to travel to most countries. And Mexico had a stronger passport, and that is why they chose her. But the countries that had stronger passports, countries like UAE, countries like Singapore, that did not make even a top 30. So, and since when is passport part of the reason as to why you choose a girl? Like, this does not make any sense. Your girl becomes a diplomat. Visas are applied for. Like, what do you mean by... Now, this lame excuse reminds me of, when our mothers used to tell us, like, you have to know when to shut up. Like, Mr. Raul Rocha does not know when to shut up. Because as if the current state of events wasn't enough, Raul decided to start discriminating against girls from countries that have to apply for visas. Like, what the fuck? This might not be your reality, but it's the reality for very many people around the world. Like, they actually have to apply for visas and get them. And if you're going to only deal with countries where girls do not have to extensively apply for visas, then why don't you just invite only those countries? Miss Universe is not making sense at all. Exactly, and that's a wicked thing, because you see, Olivia Yacé has American citizenship. I don't think Raul Rocha knows that. She has American citizenship, and that makes her visa free for 175 countries. And she is a diplomat's daughter. Does he know that she's a diplomat's daughter? I mean, those people, their applications, they're always sped up. Through the processes. And also, it's not like she's out, because really the pageant is really an application for a job. It's not like she has not done this job at this scale before. I want to remind you that Olivia Yacé was a runner-up to Miss World. She was a runner-up to Miss World. Like the things that some of the girls in the pageant are dreaming of doing, she has done before. And she just wanted to continue her work on a different platform. And she had glowing reviews from Miss World. And Manang, coming from a small country doesn't diminish the ability of a girl to function on a global scale. It doesn't. Some of the best Miss Universes have come from small countries. When you look at countries like Botswana, they gave us really nice, really good Miss Universe. I do not understand what they mean when they say. I mean, look at Leila Lopes from Angola. I mean, she applied for visas, she got them, she traveled, she did the work. And this also means that the Miss Universe organization did not do due diligence into their candidates. Like they were not in a room with candidates that they actually fully understood. And they did not check their contestants' profiles to actually really understand the girls. Like I said, there was that committee that Mr. Omar told us about, of those 30 people. Those 30 people that sat down and decided to choose a top 30. And now here we are. But right now, the Miss Universe organization is going through a resignation crisis. They are going through a crisis of statements. The girls are speaking out. There were a lot of things that went wrong behind the scenes. There were a lot of things that the girls, are not happy about. A lot was done and said that was just deplorable. And to mention but a few, Miss Universe Portugal, she has spoken out about being discriminated against because she was in a relationship and she has a partner, and they say that they cannot make someone Miss Universe if they're in a relationship because they have to be married to the organization. And I think at first she thought she had it wrong because she thought they were meaning that she's going to be literally married to her work and she's going to be extra busy and it might affect her relationship. But when she went back to them and asked for clarity, they did tell her, yeah, we meant exactly what we said in the beginning. You do not have to be in a relationship. Like, why? So as you have already know, Cote d'Ivoire, she relinquished that title they gave her of African Oceania. She relinquished their fifth placement. She relinquished the title of Miss Universe Cote d'Ivoire, and she wants nothing to do with the organization. Then Miss Universe Estonia has also resigned, and she cites that it's because she was segregated against because she has a husband and she's a parent. She has children, and this is very surprising because it is Miss Universe that opened for parents and married women to compete. So you cannot at one point open the door and say, oh, we are inclusive of parents and married women to compete and plus size women to compete. However, when you get here now, we are going to discriminate against you. Like, what is that nonsense? And also, Miss Curacao and Miss Guadeloupe have also spoken about the unfair treatment that they faced during the pageant. As I told you in my previous episode, Miss France and the French are actually reconsidering buying another franchise because they feel that it no longer aligns with their values and what they do. And that's basically it. Miss Universe is in shambles. It's in shambles, and the shambles come because of all this bureaucracy and cheating. I wonder why they did not have an audit firm audit the results, as they usually do. Anyway, we all know why. Let's not pretend. At the moment, Raul Rocha is facing the heat and he's feeling it hot, and he intimated to a reporter that he is selling his shares in Miss Universe because it has brought him a lot of headache and criticism. I don't think he expected that when he would cheat, the whole world would be watching and judging, and the judging is killing him. He did not know that there are so many pageant experts out here. People who know how pageants are scored, who know what is supposed to fly and what is not, what girls are supposed to wear and what they're not supposed to. You know that pageants is just about, having a beautiful girl flying around in his jet around the world. Think again, mister. And also, an arrest warrant has been released for Miss Anne Jacapong for skipping bail. Remember this woman, she's wanted in Thailand and she skipped bail and she ran away, and now she's a fugitive. She's in Mexico. She has already secured Mexican citizenship and she's hiding. But an arrest warrant is out for her. So this is the current state of affairs for Miss Universe. It is very sad. Miss Universe was one of those pageants where we saw black girls win and where we expected that it was fair enough for black girls to win. It has a very good success rate for black girls. They're the only pageant in the history of the world that have had back-to-back winners who are black girls. They literally had a black girl crowning another black girl. That is, I think, 1999 and 2000. I might have to be corrected, but I think it was around that time. Or it was 98 and 99, but around that time. Beautiful girls, they have always been a fair pageant. The pageant was more fair when Donald Trump owned it. Very shocking. But this is where we are. This is where we are. And it's a sad state of affairs because now the owners of Miss Universe are being allegedly are being linked to cartels and all that stuff. It's not looking pretty. But anyway,